get up, I guess. Going out with the local Pathfinder today. I'm gonna go kayaking on the river. But today is a distinct day because, yeah, right there, we have potential to break the all-time record high temperature today. Oh no, time to get up. Travels with Nick, travels with Nick, travels with Nick, travels with Nick. I don't know how to play the guitar. Don't let the pretty early morning weather fool you. It feels great out here right now. It's also 7 a.m. About to load into a buddy's van. We're about to go out on the river.
I just saw a couple crows and a squirrel fighting over an enclosed styrofoam to-go container.
That's pretty... There's usually some good food left in them containers.
That's the nature of 2017.
Oh, it's so sad. Just gonna hog the whole thing. Smart idea.
What did I do with those bags of snacks?
You ate them?
All of them already.
Thanks, Kev. Thank you. Howdy, folks.
What's up, guys?
About to go out on the water. It's going to be a hot-ass day, but it's okay because we're hot-ass adventurers.
Ready for anything. How do I look? Do I look cool?
You look like the spitting image of a man on the sea.
I'm your skipper, damn it. And you listen to me.
And I'm on the water. Now, for the record, never kayaked before, so I'm gonna wait till we get a little ways further down the water before I start doing any more real recording, because I gotta kind of get the real feel of these oars. Fellow kayaker.
Well, hello there.
Nice day for a kayak,
I'd say.
It is. I mean, it's beautiful out here right now.
Yeah,
the sun is out. We're just floating sideways. The current is so meek that even though I've stopped paddling, I'm still kind of going against the current. Oh, that's beautiful. Let me get a still of that. The Blue Heron, if you remember from our past explorations, is right down the river there. Yep, right up over yonder, past the bridge. So they, technically the first world, like in the history of the world, the first string of electricity over a long distance in the history of the world was done here. And they strung wire from the Blue Heron up the Willamette River, miles up there, up into Portland, and like ran electricity through it. Huh. And hey, there appears to be some local Pathfinders out here.
Pathfinder.
Just mooching onto my rig.
That bridge right there, wasn't it in 92? There was that crazy flood?
96.
96. And
all of this shit was underwater.
The water went all the way up to the road of the bridge.
Yeah.
which if you can imagine, like, just look at the hills behind it.
Way down there, yeah. There's a McDonald's right over the hill over there, and there's an American flag pole that was up there. The water was touching the American flag, like the base of the flag, right up over there, all underwater from the river. So that's what the Willamette River is known for, is ruining Oregon City for a while. I think you can find video on YouTube about that that very tragic event. The winter of '96 was shit. Stopped off, enjoy some goodies. Or kind of bop 'em.
Stuffed pretzels. That's the way to do it.
We're kind of in between Westland and Gladstone right now.
Yeah, right over here is Meldrum Bar Park.
Yeah, which is the place I go to right. It is so ridiculously beautiful out here. So this is an interesting development. Here's like a nest of vultures. There's like 5 of them. I don't want to get too close, because who knows how ornery these sons of bitches are. But yeah, this is like something out of a horror film. They're just standing there like, yeah, come on over here, bitch. Yeah, look, God, their wingspan is freaking amazing. Like, this is amazing and frightening. They're just staring at us like, ready. I don't want a repeat of the birds, so it's like they're stationing each other for the fight of the lifetime. Oh, anyway, moving along. Ah, we just row the boat down to the river. That's a cool thing to have. Uh-oh, looks like Nick found something. Something bobbing in the water. He's getting all the finds today. So, we're just starting to get to that part of the day where I'm starting to like sweat a little bit in this thing. I mean, it's definitely, ah shit, there's a boat coming. It's definitely starting to feel the warmth. It's probably low 80s now, thereabouts. We're somewhere between Gladstone and Westland. I really don't know anymore. Ayo! You can do it! Ah! 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 Ah!
Hey, buddy.
How you doing? Nice day for nice weather we're having.
Nice day for a weather.
Well, the weather outside is weather. Appears as though the local Pathfinder is docked. Probably get some water out of his canoe, because I'm getting some water built up in mine, because I'm a novice at this thing. Beach the skiff.
Took on a little water.
Yeah, me too. Not too much, but enough to where I understand why you told me I should put my bag on top of my legs.
Yep.
Like clockwork. Local Pathfinder. And here's Truly. Just made a temporary stop.
Howdy.
On this uncharted island. Again.
Uncharted,
we're
like 50 feet away from the shoreline of Lake Oswego.
Yeah, nobody dare cross this stretch of, they call this Dead Man's Reef. That's why we kayaked out here. So yeah, we're still like sort of kind of in between Gladstone, Westland, Lake Oswego, something or other.
We made some good time though. I mean,
we'll eventually start seeing some things we actually recognize, but
man, this hat is a special class of disgusting. Alaska!
I totally forgot I was even wearing a hat. Top of the morning to you. Of course, I have so much goddamn hair on my head that this thing's more just sitting. What?
You grabbed that on camera?
What?
A fish literally right behind you went.
I don't know.
I think you might have got it on camera.
Yeah. All right. So we're stoked as balls now because we just caught a fish flipping up out of the water.
And like its whole body left the water. It was like above the water.
That's candid. That wasn't planned. You can't Photoshop that. Thanks, fish. This rock has been here so long that it's like just melted together. It's almost like cobblestone. It's so cool. You got these, you know, impressive trees scattered about. But yeah, this ground is really cool. Now, obviously, I've never been on this little itty bitty island, but this is the benefits of watercraft travel. Now that I'm a little up and away from the water for a brief moment, I'm really starting to notice the heat. It's about 10 a.m. Well, a little after 10 a.m., probably closer to 10:30, and it is starting to, whoo! I just got that.
Awesome.
I feel like they're still not totally sure about us.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, I'm ready to get on the island if these fucking carpetbaggers would just get the hell out of here. See? Then they sent this little bastard to sneak up behind us. Thought we wouldn't see it, did ya? And now these guys are coming in. Like, I feel like this is a
Reinforcements.
we're about to get straight up murdered.
Yeah, right.
We're about to get massacred. What was that? Murder? Was that murder you said?
Murder? Murder?
Yeah, now that I'm videoing you, you're all quiet. Hey, here you go. Hey, it's a piece of food. There you go. Go get it. Damn right. Oh yeah, now he's coming at me. Now you want to be my bud. I've made peace with the beasts of the wild. Alright. Look, Pathfinders! Send me out to sea!
Be free!
Oh shit!
God!
Is this moving or am I moving? You did that on purpose! Push me right into the one thing. Just... Jesus. So we're back out in the water and it's really cool. Like, this is very distinct to like the Milwaukee area. As you see all this rock, like this kind of flat rock, you can see it over there. LocalPathfinder's checking it out. This is very, like, in the Portland area, you don't see a whole lot of rock like this except for the kind of in-between Westland, Gladstone, and Milwaukee. And like when we, me and LocalPathfinder over there adventured to Elk Rock Island, which is kind of our tentative destination. I mean, it's still a few miles that way. There's rock that's a lot like this. And because that's all super old volcanic rock, it kind of makes me think that this might be some of the same. So this is just all like, probably like ancient exposed rock. So as I head for another head-on collision with the LocalPathfinder, we're just... What's up?
Iceberg.
We're just passing by this little island here. There's like a cool little sort of pseudo teepee thing here on this beach head. And yeah, it's kind of cool. Damn it all. I knew he was going to want to stop here. Because honestly, I did too. So we're back on land briefly. It's because this is it's a mystery place, but obviously somebody else made it out here. This is awesome. Yeah, I can already feel the astronomical heat difference from not being on the water, making logs. This is just really cool. Oh, and this is brilliant. Yeah, because this isn't just a bunch of dried grass. Some dingus came out here and made a fire. Because apparently they want to torch this whole island. There's another torch a piece of wood. Yeah, brilliant, dumbass. God. Make sure it's not semi-recent. I don't want to be riddled with guilt. Yeah, just kind of a cool, desolate type island out here. Smile for the camera! You could do it! So close. Man, you're a hero. And I appreciate you more than you realize. We've been approaching this group of people on this beach, and I've been just like, what is this? Because I can't think. We passed Mary S. Young Park in West Lynn, and the next park I could think of is George Rogers, but I'm like, there's no way we went that far. And I thought I would know because there's an old building stretched out near it. And then I look over here, right there, there's an old building that I think is the one. So if this is George Rogers Park, we are making obscenely good timing. This pseudo-abandoned looking structure over here says WP Co., which I think this is a railroad building of some kind. Whenever you look due south from George Rogers Park back this way, I would see this building sticking out, and I think this is the building, which means we're already to Lake Oswego. Yeah, see, because the river starts to turn, and it does that at Lake Oswego. There's a creek that starts that way, and that's what leads to Lake Oswego. That's kind of where Lake Oswego starts. Just all these crazy homes out here. Gorgeous. So the adventure, no, LocalPathfinder, amateur story, we've landed briefly. We are at George Rogers Park in Lake Oswego. I'm getting a real stiff education in terms of how fast these things move once you get the momentum going. I thought it'd be like another hour before we made it to this area, and then I look up and I see all these people here, and I'm like, freaking cruising. Yeah, I couldn't think of another park between here and Mary S. Young that would have this many people. I was like, there's no way we're to George Rogers Park already. Then I saw the building, and then I saw part of the old furnace up there. I was like, oh yeah, I know where we're at now. Hey, looky, there he is. He keeps coming within like a millimeter of my phone. There he is. Yeah. He's just circling around it. He can't outmaneuver me. It's coming back. It flew right over your head. LP. I was just reiterating our near miss here at the.
Oh, yeah, I was a dummy. That's all it was. I put the buoy on my GoPro session, and I had a selfie stick on it, thinking it wasn't a very big one, thinking that the weight wasn't enough to make it sink, and I threw it at Steve, and I was like, Steve, whoop, and it just boinked in the water, and then never came up. And so I had to go grab a pair of goggles and dive my way in there and freaking found it. It was so awesome.
It was good. It was quick.
Yeah, it was pretty fast. It was a good thing you stayed
like, I know,
right
I just stayed bobbing out there in the water. Anyway, so we had our fun swimming, and we're about to...
We're going to dry off a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to dry off and resume our trek north. Maybe we can get my fat ass in here. Wow, there's a lot of water in here. Okay. It's all on me now. Thank you, sir. And now there's just a barge coming down the river. It's funny. The closer you get to the city, the more you start seeing big sons of bitches. This guy's gonna give me quite a wave. I totally thought he was gonna get hit by that. He wants them to honk the horn, they won't do it. Oh man. I seriously, the angle I was at, I thought that some bitch was gonna hit him. Oh jeez. As we progress further north, there's kind of a cool little park over here. This old railroad bridge from the 1890s, I believe, that we're about to go under. And Elk Rock Island is a little bit past that, which would put us next to downtown Milwaukee, and then just onward and upward from there.
Oh yeah, well, you make my dreams come true. Well, you.
This guy's a handful.
You make my dreams.
From back there, this looked like a crash plane, but no, it's just somebody's got a plane docked here on the rocks. Not too shabby. That yonder is Elk Rock Island right there, which me and Nick visited times past. There's the old staircase that led up to the dance hall, whatever that used to be here, and yes, that is true. We are temporarily docking at Elk Rock Island again, because this is some hard-working armed man's work. And it's getting hot. Look at that, a ficus. I'm gonna have to walk through the water again. Oh my god. I just wanted to come up to the staircase. So last time we were here.
Did you have a little trouble over there in that mud?
Yeah, a little bit. Go fuck yourself. God. Woo! Yeah, last time we were here, the water came up just almost to the level of this top step. Now that was in December, so you can see it's a lot more shallow. And since we're being dumb as hell, here we go. Oh God! Did that turn you on? I don't know, some kind of weird. I'm trying, bruh. I'm trying. Okay, well, this is it's mud therapy, you know? Gotta keep your feet sexy for the summer. Hey, look at these guys. Getting a little out of fucking control. That's how people die.
Yeah.
Willamette jet boat, you need to fire the sumbitch.
And the first 3 rows never saw their family again.
So we're docked. Downtown Milwaukee is just like right over this little hill. Along the water. There's Elk Rock Island right there. God, it feels like we were going a lot longer than that. It is. I'm starting to get wiped out. I mean, we've been doing this for like 5 hours. The heat is starting to peak. It doesn't feel that horrible because it's really nice on the water. And I've only been out of the water for about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm starting to feel the heat though. Whew! And while Nick is off doing provisional stuff, I've always been curious. Kellogg Creek, that's the creek that comes through here, I think, yeah. You know, we go over this bridge up here and you just assume the water flows under here, but there's actually like almost like I don't know how to describe this, and there's ducks along here, but I just want to get a closer look at this since I've never seen this before. I want to sidestep some wet, greasy rocks. Wraps back around and then comes out and rolls into the river. It's interesting because, you know, the river's going by and the water's coming in, so there's like this point here where like the waters are going in different directions and converging, and of course the Willamette River's winning. It's pushing 3 o'clock, which means we're getting close to the hottest part of the day. We stayed here on the docks in Milwaukee for a while because we're beat. We've gone several miles up the water. We've been going at this for like 6 hours minus time spent here. So we're gonna just keep going that way.
About that time,
best we can. Shove it back into the water. We're gonna see if we can make our intended destination. Let's groove tonight. Share the spice of life.
What?
Said you want to tell people what's going on, what you're getting crunk to?
We're getting crunk to Amana Marth, which is a Norwegian Viking metal band. Amon Amarth, fun fact, is black speech from Lord of the Rings for Mount Doom, which is pretty badass.
Badass.
But their first album with Odin on our side is Choice. And I've been paddling around while all these huge waves are coming. Okay, so I suppose I should preface it with I've been watching that show Vikings on Hulu from the History Channel, and I'm hooked. I'm just friggin' hooked. So good. If you have a show, like, you're like, oh, I think I need to watch a new show, watch Vikings. It's so good.
On another note, there's the Selwood Bridge, which puts us in Portland. We're like right on the fringe. Once we get past this golf course here, we will legit be in P-Town. And as we roll along, here's the Portland Spirit. This is a pretty popular commuter-ish type ship passing through.
I know you can see me. Come on, man.
Do it. Do it. Wait, did you just find that?
A watermelon.
Oh my god.
River melon.
That looks like a good melon.
Got a little water on it.
There's a yellow blob over there. That's a there's bananas all over the place. There's a banana over there. Somebody just threw out a bunch of fruit.
I went, oh shit, there's a banana. And then I was like, oh, wait a goddamn minute. There's an entire watermelon. So I took a bite of it.
Yeah, right there. That's a freaking banana. There's fruit all over this damn river. It's coming right at me. How do you kill someone with a banana? See? So, now I got my hands on some melon. Oh shit. Oh shit!
Yeah, this is what we train for, boys. The high seas.
So, it's that's some good ass watermelon. God damn!
Oh man,
That was some good watermelon.
not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Too bad.
I mean, it is watermelon, so I mean, if you get some water in, I mean, what's the big deal? We're still almost at that bridge. We just can't get there because freaking fruit pieces keep getting in our way. I kind of reached my limit. I'm not very strong upper body wise, so my arms are just completely giving out on me. And so the Pathfinder rigged us together with a little bungee cord, and right now he's pulling the both of us because he's got the heart and the will of a goddamn stallion. So pretty much we're gonna get past the Selwood Bridge here, which I feel like we've been approaching for like 5 hours, but it's probably been considerably less time. Just backing up. So we're in Selwood. We made it. Finally made it past this fucking bridge. I started thinking it was a mirage, but nah, it's really here. Woo! Hot breeze right in the face. So, hair looks terrible. So, we made it to Oaks Park. I've never been in so much pain. Everything from my fingers up to my shoulders just hurts like hell. We're at Oaks Park.
We're at Oaks Park, but there's a giant marsh and a wall and a fence in between us and freedom.
Sounds about right. So, from the vicinity of Oaks Park, we tried to get in that way. We got ourselves turned around. We had to backtrack a little bit. We found
Even with my smooth talking.
I know.
It was so good.
And my agreement with your smooth talking.
She was so charmed.
And then she was like, you know what? No.
No.
No, get
No.
out.
No.
I'm done with you young guys trying to sweet talk a middle-aged lady like myself. But we found a spot over there. We were able to lug these sumbitches through here. So it started turning into the story of all we wanted to do was get to a place where our buddy Kevin could pull in his van and we could move these in there. And it started turning into just a
real bitch.
A cluster cluck.
Cluster duck.
But we made it to the end of our journey. Still, technically, you could say the end of our journey was Oaks Park. So we went from Oregon City to Oaks Park.
What up?
No joke. I think that's Kevin.
We're kind of over in the
And on a sad note,
once you make your way kind of over the circle, you probably walk one of us.
I put my cell phone in a dry bag that we had that unfortunately had some kind of bug spray, something in it, and it got on my phone and it just like liquefied the exterior, so my cell phone is shot. It was a $60 phone that's a year and a half old, so I was due, but rest in pieces. Okay, so it's the following morning. I just slept like 12 hours, but I just wanted to show you what happened to my phone with whatever, like weird. I showed it to my roommates, like nobody can figure out how this would have happened. Like, okay, first the back side, like if you can see that, it like the substance on the phone just peeled off the back, which is fine, it's cheap plastic stuff, but look at the front of my phone, and it's still working. I'm still gonna get a new phone because I have a feeling it's not gonna be working much longer, but it turned like my front screen into like a Pink Floyd, like friggin' like acid water show. But I mean, again, it's still like, see, it's still like responding, and it's got this just goopy, greasy cover-up stuff on it. But yeah, so something was in that bag that just torched my phone's exterior. So I also felt it beneficial, necessary, however you want to put it, to kind of more explain how the trip ended, because the longer we went, once we kind of got to past downtown Milwaukee, I kind of started videoing less, primarily because I was reaching my end. I've never kayaked before, and I'm not really, I mean, look at how thin my arm is. I've never had great upper arm strength, and approaching the Selwood Bridge, kind of getting into Portland, I was just fading so horribly. Like, I could barely lift the paddles anymore. So we stopped along a street that kind of went down to the water. We thought we'd have our friend pick us up. I don't know why I'm saying friend. Kevin, our roommate. I shouldn't be disrespecting him like that, like he's some distant buddy. Our roommate Kevin, who was awesome enough to, before going to work, drop us off at the dock, and then after work in the blazing heat come and pick us up. He's freaking awesome. But then we figured the spot we were at wasn't that great, so we decided to try to get in through Oaks Park somewhere. And then that didn't work out because lady walking the beach was like, oh yeah, go right through here. There's a gate open right in there. And then we walk up and there's a gate that's closed. So I was like, okay. So we ended up having to backtrack a little bit and kind of going up the little Selwood Park that's next to it, just picking them up with whatever strength we had left and dragging them up the beach into the park, into kind of a shaded area where we just sat and just died. Like, sitting in this position, even I'm hurting here, right through here, kind of towards my pinky and ring finger on both hands hurts, because that's where I was gripping the, paddle the most, oars, whatever you want to call them. My lower back hurts, my shoulders hurt, my feet hurt, every part of my body hurts today because by the end I was just flexing everything to keep moving. And anyway, we got on the water probably a little bit before 8, right around 8 a.m. Finally officially got out of the water around 5. And then our buddy came and picked us up, so almost 9 hours straight on the water. It was crazy. And it didn't quite break the record, but apparently it hit 105 yesterday when we were out there, and we were starting to feel it once we got to the afternoon. But it was awesome nonetheless.